Welcome. I'm David.
I'm Lindsay.
And then
Desmonds, Donders.
On this trip we were supposed to be going to Cribby, but the car park was full, so we came along to this backup at St John's. And Chris, this road's for you. It'll soon be over though. Welcome and hello. We're at an unplanned place this weekend. It's St John's Kirkyard. We've been before. This is our third visit and it's a lovely spot, don't get me wrong, but we were supposed to be along the coast a little at Cribby, but when we got there was a large motorhome in place. In fact, two large motorhomes, but one was particularly large and was blocking up the car park, and we couldn't get to where we wanted, and decided that with the two big motorhomes already there, a third one was just not on. It's not a big car park. Anyway, we moved to this place. It's Friday evening. There was a bird singing till I started talking, and I'm going to take a few bits of video to show you the area around the car park, and tomorrow we'll be up and along to the kirk. And of course, if the weather holds, I'll get the drone in the air and show you a bit about the area. As usual, we'll be talking about St John's Kirkyard and also a bit about the surrounding area and the village of Gardenstown, which is down by the sea. That's the road in and out, and the sun is on the hills, and it's quite a gentle breeze, although it was and is blowing a bit now. And there's the start of Gardenstown. There's better viewpoints along the path which we'll be following tomorrow. There's the sign I was stood beside with a warning that the kirkyard and buildings are unstable. Aren't we all? And there to the left is the continuation of the road, but it's no vehicles beyond this point, and the footpath takes you onwards. Yellowhammer. It's a long way away. And there's the path. It continues almost as a roadway for a short distance, and then it becomes a single track footpath as opposed to road. But we'll see more of that as we go. The ruins of St John's Church are sited in a stunning location on the north coast of Moray. Reached only by a long, rutted, only partially accessible trackway from the south, the church and its small graveyard are remote and set on the edge of a tall cliff, overlooking Gamrie Bay and the fishing village of Gardenstown. The church is surrounded by barren, rough grazed ground on fairly steep ground. This site has a long, sometimes bloody history. A church here was granted to monks of Arbroath Abbey by King William the Lion in the 1190s. The church was rebuilt several times during the medieval period, and the latest rebuild probably dating to the 16th century and incorporates earlier fabric. The church hosted a rather morbid collection of skulls well into the 19th century. The heads of defeated Danes were brought to the church at some point after the 1004 Battle of the Bloody Pits. Today, only the roofless shell of the church survives, having been abandoned after a new church was built in Gardenstown in 1830. Only the granite rubble-built walls and gables of the church survive today. It was a very long, low, narrow building and orientated east-west. The long south wall has two pointed arched doorways as well as several rectangular window openings of different sizes. There is a blocked pointed arched doorway in the east gable and a splayed gallery window in the west gable. There are numerous fine memorials and tombstones within the church and around it. The ornate Barclay of Tolly mural monument is placed at the east end of the church, which with grape and vine mouldings, and there's also a niche for a sacrament house at the east end. We had a number of feathered visitors over the weekend. The yellowhammer, the crows, the pigeons. But best of all was Graham from G&J Journeys, who dropped by for a copper. Now pop over and watch their channel. At the end of this video, please. Gardenstown is a small coastal village 8.7 miles by road east of Banff in Aberdeenshire, northeastern Scotland. The village's main economic base is fishing. The hamlet of Dubford is to the south, and a footpath along the shore to the east side leads to the village of Crivy. There is evidence of Neolithic or Bronze Age peoples having settled in the vicinity of Gardenstown, notably at Longman Hill and Kenlee. Nearby are the remains of the Church of St John the Evangelist, which was built in 1513 and celebrates the defeat of the Danes at this site in 1004 in the Battle of the Bloody Pits. Gardenstown and its harbour were founded in 1720 by Alexander Garden. Fishing began in 1812. Two substantial stone-built piers enclosing a triangular basin were reconstructed in 1868, and a 4-storey rubble net store stands nearby. A church was built in 1830, the work of William Robertson, replacing the old church of St John, and the parish of Gardenstown was separated from Gamrie on 16th of March 1885. In 1953, heavy flooding washed away 2 houses in the village. Thank you for watching Desmonds Donders. And remember, please take nothing but memories and leave nothing but tracks. Please subscribe and ring the bell for notifications, and hopefully we'll see you next time.